Hey there. Do you ever feel like algebra is this big, locked door? Well, today we're going to hand you the key. And you know what that key is? It's fractions. Seriously. Let's jump in and see how getting good at these operations is going to set you up for some major success. I love this idea of fractions as gatekeepers. It's so true, because once you get comfortable with them, this whole new world of math just opens up. It's not about just getting over a hurdle, It's about building a super solid foundation for literally everything that's coming next. Okay, let's get started with level 1, multiplication. We're calling this the easy win for a reason. It's the most straightforward, no-fuss operation of the bunch, and it's perfect for getting our confidence up right away. So the rule for multiplication, it honestly couldn't be easier. You just multiply the numerators, that's the top numbers, straight across. Then you do the exact same thing for the denominators, the bottom numbers. That's it. No tricks, no weird steps. Just straight across. All right, let's see it in action. Say we have 2/3 times 5/7. We just follow the rule, right? Multiply the tops, 2 times 5 gets us 10. Then multiply the bottoms. 3 times 7 is 21. And boom, there's our final answer, 10 over 21. See? Total easy win. All right, moving on up to level 2 division. Now, this is the one that sometimes scares people off, but that's only because they don't know the secret trick. I promise you, once you learn this one simple move, division becomes just as easy as multiplication. Okay, so here's the big secret. You never actually divide fractions. Nope. Instead, you just flip the problem into a multiplication problem. And there's this awesome little phrase to help you remember how to do it every single time. It's a super simple 3-step process. People call it keep, change, flip. So step 1, you keep the first fraction exactly the way it is. Don't touch it. Step 2, you change that division sign to a multiplication sign. And finally, step 3, you flip the second fraction upside down. That's called finding its reciprocal. Let's say it together. Keep, change, flip. That is the magic key to every single fraction division problem you'll ever see. Okay, let's try it out. We've got 3/4 divided by 9/8. First, we keep the 3/4. Then, we change the sign to multiplication, and we flip 9/8 to become 8/9. Look at that, it's just a multiplication problem now. And hey, pro tip, this is a great time to cross-cancel to make the numbers smaller before you multiply. That leaves us with a nice, simple answer of 2/3. And now, it's time for the final boss, addition and subtraction. This is where a lot of people get tripped up, but really, it all comes down to conquering one single challenge, finding a common denominator. So here are your rules of engagement. First, you have to find a common denominator. This is not optional. You have to do it because it makes sure you're adding or subtracting pieces that are the same size. Think about it. You can't add a slice of a small pizza and a slice of a large pizza and say you have 2 of something. Once the denominators match, you just add or subtract the numerators, the top numbers. And that denominator, it stays the same, because the size of the slices didn't change. Okay, let's tackle this example. 2/5 plus -1/3. The denominators 5 and 3 are different, so we can't do anything yet. The least common denominator is 15, so we convert both fractions. 2/5 becomes 6/15, and -1/3 becomes -5/15. Now we're talking. We just add the tops. 6 plus -5 is 1. Our final answer is 1 over 15. Before we finish up, we have to talk about avoiding the common traps. I mean, knowing the right way to do things is great, but knowing the wrong way and exactly why it's wrong is even better for making sure you never make those classic mistakes. Okay, look closely. This right here is the single biggest mistake people make with fractions. They just add the denominators straight across. You absolutely positively cannot just add the 4 and the 3 on the bottom to get a 7. Remember our pizza slices. You're adding the number of pieces, not changing their size. You must find that common denominator, in this case it's 12, to get the right answer. Burn this into your brain. It's the golden rule. So, you've beaten the final boss. What's the big reward? Well, it's finally seeing how all these skills actually matter in the real world. Because fractions aren't just stuck in a math book, they are everywhere. Let's look at a really simple, everyday situation. Picture this. You're in the kitchen, maybe you're baking some cookies. The recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup of flour, but you're feeling ambitious. You want to make 1.5 batches. So how much flour do you actually need to measure out? This is a classic real-life fraction problem. The answer you're looking for is 1 1/8 cups. And getting to that answer isn't some kind of kitchen magic. It's just the math we've been practicing this whole time. So how did that work? Well, making 1½ batches means you need to multiply by 1½, which, as a fraction, is 3/2. So you take your 3/4 cup of flour, you multiply it by 3/2, and you get 9/8. That simplifies down to 1 1/8 cups. See? It's just our good old level 1 multiplication making you a better baker. So there you have it. We've tackled multiplication, we've learned the secret to division, and we've conquered the common denominator challenge for addition and subtraction. You have the keys. You know how to get past those gatekeepers of algebra. The only question left is, what doors are you going to unlock first?